Alright, so let's start making our simple sofa. So I will go to my top view, tilde key, and then select top. I will create a plane for my size reference. So when I press N on my keyboard to bring the details, and I can change the dimension. So let's say the X is 195 centimeter and the depth is 95. Okay, and the overall height is 75 centimeters. So the way I will do it, press tab to go into the edit mode, select all, extrude, and then I can type 75, enter. Okay, you can check 75. So I'll begin with this. So go into the edit mode, tab, and let's say I will go to my front view, Z wireframe, select the bottom vertices, and I will raise it up just about here. Okay, and what I would like to do is delete some of the faces. So 3 to the face, going to the face mode, 1, 2, and shift select, and then X, select faces. Okay, what I would like to do now is bring this front down. So I'll go to my edit mode again, sorry, and then 1 for the vertex, select all the vertex, and in my right or left view I'll bring this down, G, middle mouse, and then I'll just bring this down just about here. Okay, now I would like to give some thickness. So we don't have a shell modifier, so instead what I can do is go to my modifier, add a modifier, and let's select solidify. Okay, so I'll increase the thickness, and the thickness is not even, so let's try this option, even. It's still not even. So one thing I just noticed is the scale value is not 1 for all the axes. So let me delete this, and to make this scale value back to 1 is apply Control A, and then I can select all transform, and then it is back to 1. Now it should be okay. I'll add the solidify, and then I'll increase the thickness, and then enable even thickness, and it is even. Okay, but this is way too much. I'll reduce it. Maybe let's say I'll try 5 as a starting point, maybe 6. Okay, so the first thing I'll do, I'll go back to my top view and bring these two sides inside, tab, and then in wireframe mode I'll select the vertex, S to scale, and then X, it's already in the X axis, so let me bring this, let's say about here. Okay, and what I would like to do is collapse this solidify modifier so I can modify the whole mesh. At the moment I can only select this, I don't have any option to select the other side. So what I can do is Control A as a shortcut and select visual geometry to mesh, or I can come here and click this down arrow and say apply. You can see Control A as a shortcut. So let's say apply. So it's collapsed. When I go to edit mode, I can select all of the vertex. Fine. Now I would like to give the smooth curve on these corners. So the way I would like to do is, let's add the subdivision modifier and increase the number. Okay, so go into the edit mode again. Okay, so let's add more loop cuts. So Control R, click, and you can easily slide, and you can see how the mesh is corresponding to our loop cut. So I will add one more on this side and then bring this closer. Okay, and what I would like to do is delete the other side, because in the end I will mirror it. So Control R, click, and right click. Okay, and let me bring this to the center. In my top view, can select this, but let me first make this straight. So S for scale, X for the x-axis, yeah, and then press 0. So it will flatten the vertex all in aligning to each other, and then I can just type 0. Okay, 0, and then the remaining vertex I can just select all, X, delete. So you can see it is perfect. Fine. So now I would like to add more loop cuts. Control R, and let's bring the mouse here so it will automatically adjust, giving us indication where we would like to do the cut. So I will select this direction and then click to accept, and now it will allow us to slide which direction we want. So let's say I would like to bring it just about here. Okay, same thing I will do for the bottom. Control R, click, and then we can slide it down. As you can see, we need one more here. So Control R, then click, and then we can slide it. Okay, maybe just about here. Fine. Now I need to have more curvature, more bend. So the good thing about this is we can easily slide this as per the direction of the edges. So Alt click, so it will Alt click, so it select the loop, and then press G to move, and then once, if you press G one time, it will allow you to move, and if you press again, it will allow you to slide. Okay, so let me see how much I want. Let me do the same thing for this one. GG, and then I can slide it. Okay, so let me do a bit more for this one. GG, and then I can easily slide it. Okay, what I would like to do is give this a more rounded bend. So the way we can achieve it, let's try first with this. Select in my wireframe mode, and then GG, bring this down, select GG, bring this up. Okay, and I can then bring this out, select all, and then just try to bring this in my left view or right view out. let's say left view, G, and then I'll just bring this out just like this much. Maybe scale it in the Z axis just a little bit. Okay, and now in my wireframe mode I can select and just G to bring this back just a little bit, like this. Okay, and I would like to add I would like to add one more loop cut going this way. So Control R and then slide it, maybe reduce it. Okay, and I would like to add some crease. So the way I would like to do is select the loop cut, Alt click. After selecting this edge, I will bevel it, Control B. Okay, just a little bit, and then what I can do is extrude this outwards, but if I extrude by pressing E, I don't want in this direction. So what I can do is press E, that I did already, and then right click. So I have a new face extruded, but it is in the same location. So in order to move this outward equally from all sides, I can use Alt S. Alt S, S for scale. So Alt S, and then just move the mouse out or in, as you can see. So I'll just bring this out just a little bit and leave it. Okay, but what's happening at the moment is if I disable this subdivision, turn it off, you can see I have a face, closed face here. Okay, so I would like to delete this. I would like to keep this open. So in my face mode, I can select this X and delete the face. Okay, so now when I mirror it, it should be fine. So let's try the mirror. So I'll come here. We don't have symmetry modifier, we have mirror. So let's select mirror and let's see the effect. So the result is good. Now all I need to do is the easy part, is the seat and the base. Okay, so Shift A, mesh, and I can create a plane. Scale this down, down, down up to here, and then scale it outwards, maybe just about here, and then go into edit mode, vertex, select, and then scale outwards just to follow the same profile. Okay, and then I can select all and extrude just about here, and then I can bring this, push this back. Okay, in my top view, G, middle mouse button, in the Y axis I can just drag this just a little bit and then scale it inwards. So my scale value is off, really off, so no problem. I can always Control A, select all transforms, and then it will be fine. Now I would like to do is give it some detail. Okay, so in the edit mode, but before that I would like to create the seat. This is just a base something. So Shift D to duplicate, and in my front view I can G, middle mouse up, and then bring this up, and in the left or right view, wireframe mode, edit mode, select the vertex, and I can bring this forward, something like this. And now I can start to add some of the detailing. Let me push this back just a little bit and bring this up just to follow the profile. Okay, and also I would like to bring this down just a little bit. Okay, looks a little bit ugly. Let's add some detailing. So Control R. So I'm adding the middle section. Let's add more loop cuts. Click, drag. Okay, and I would like to delete the other half. X, delete the vertex, so I can only focus on one side. And let's add the subdivision modifier and increase the number. Fine. Now let's add detailing as we see it. So, okay, for some reason, if you don't like the way it is and you don't want to see the end result, you just want to work with the cage, what you can do is you can come here and you can disable this. So now you can work, and when you press tab to come out of the edit mode, you can see the result, and then you go back and make changes. So it sometimes you want to keep it off when you're working on a complex model. Fine. So Control R, so I'll add, and then Control R. Let me bring this just about here, and then raise this one, GG, up, and I would like to bring this middle section out to get the following the profile just a little bit. So in my left view, wireframe mode, if I select the vertex, push them out so I can get some of the curve. Okay, I think I should bring this all the way till the end, and then I can push all of it inside. G and middle mouse in the y-axis, the green line. Okay, I can always add more subdivision later on, but this is how it's coming and looks okay. So I can add the mirror modifier, and I can click, right click, shade smooth, click, right click, shade smooth. And for the base, for the base I can add more detail, but this one, for the seat, I can take the back vertex, okay, just this side, and push them in. Yeah, okay, so you should always look it from all sides. Yep, this should be enough. Yep. Okay, so I can just go into the edit mode, wireframe mode, and I can just quickly add. I can use my wheel mouse to add how many multiple loop cuts. So let's say I will add 2, click, and then right click so I can accept it, and then press S for scale, X for the x-axis, and then just scale it outwards, something like this. Okay, and then I'll add 2 more. Okay, and then scale it in the z-axis. And I can add the subdivision modifier. More to it, and then right click, shade smooth. So somehow this is complete, and then we can go in and add more. You can spend more time to fine tune it, add more detail to it. So let me just push this out a little bit. G a little bit. Okay. So anyways, thank you for watching. Goodbye.